most of our lives.
Okay. All your life?
Hold on.
We've heard West Virginia is experiencing a lot of drug problems and a lot of poverty right here.
Right
here?
Right here is where it's happening.
Has it always been that way?
What's crazy is there's a lot of Americans who here has never left the state they live in. Ever. Like, you've never crossed state borders. I'm not saying you gotta, I know a lot of people here are young, but change that shit, right? Like, a lot of people grow up living in a state, they never leave that state. I'm not saying you don't have to move states. You still live in the same state your whole fucking life, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I love it here. But you've never fucking seen anything else, right? How are you gonna know you love it here if you can't compare it to anything? Like, I know people that have never left New Jersey, right? And I'm like, that is insane.
Changed. Well, crack was introduced, and then heroin and fentanyl now.
Do you know where it's coming in from? Is it from Baltimore and the East?
People just do fentanyl. Like, I know they do, but I thought fentanyl was something that people put in other drugs. Like, I thought when I started hearing about fentanyl, I remember hearing about fentanyl being in things. And then that was like a means to get you addicted to whatever other substance that fentanyl was in. Not people just straight up doing fentanyl.
Sierra?
Oh, so really good part.
Is it like a weird thing to talk about out here?
Yeah, I tell you what. And that was like a means to get you addicted to whatever other substance that fentanyl was straight up doing. Sierra?
Weird thing to talk about out here?
Tell you what.
Gee.
Or substance that fentanyl was.
You said
People getting shot down here and all.
who's shooting who?
Shoot out that guy hit by Anthony.
You got gang violence out here?
We don't have what it is. It's gonna be all about some homeless people. Shit. They've been here for a long time.
I mean, fentanyl and everything. They put
Okay.
fentanyl in meth, they put fentanyl in heroin, they put fentanyl in weed.
You're seeing
Putting fentanyl in weed? Now he's having the same take. Marijuana with fentanyl?
It's a crap hole. This is a crap hole. Drugs, drug problems, homeless people. I mean, I just moved right down here and all day long, homeless people walking in front of the house. Pretty tough.
Pretty easy to get drugs here, and I've had struggle with that myself personally, so I know kind of both sides of it. The way how it seems to me is the government don't care if you take drugs. They just
I feel like it's probably easier there, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just because I live in the Northeast. I feel like it's easy to get drugs anywhere. Maybe not like Idaho. Like if I just pulled up to Idaho and I was like, "Who has crack?" Like I doubt people are gonna know. But if it was like a YouTuber challenge, and you were like, "Joe, you have to find crack in 2 hours." I think I could probably find somebody that would sell me crack in 2 hours. Like. You gotta know, right? Like, I feel like you walk up, you would go to a city, right? Like in New Jersey, there's like Camden, right? Go to a corner, there's a guy who gets fentanyl, gets crack. I'll fucking tell you if I have it.
care where you get them from.
People bring it in per month out here.
How much?
How much?
Look, I get a small check every month.
What are you getting right now?
I get exercise and chill, but my rent too high. You know?
What's your rent?
$900 a month.
Yeah, I live in West
$900 a month to live in West Virginia.
Be able to provide. Can't wait to get out of here.
Pretty girls out here or no?
homeless bag.
A lot of them are fat.
Fat women down here think they're hot.
And you might be wondering, with a town of almost 19,000 people, the streets completely empty on a Saturday, what do the people do for fun down here besides drugs? Yes.
Gambling! Can't be looking at slot machines right now. They're gonna rip me in.
Praise. Wondering why the city was so empty, and it turns out everyone and their mother is at the casino. And I can't blame them. Riddled with drugs, poverty, and boredom, I made my way out of Martinsburg and further west to Morgantown.
Yeah, there really is nothing to do in fucking West Virginia, bro. Like, nature-wise, either. You just kind of live in the middle of nowhere.
Town, according to the internet. I can say without a doubt this is not true. What's the worst thing about Morgantown?
There's no bad thing.
What's the problem here in Morgantown?
Hello. Okay.
Not a single thing?
Okay, that was.
This is a utopia.
Right.
What's the best thing about Morgantown?
Freedom.
Freedom?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Do what you want to do. About living. Just do what you want to do, whatever you want to do.
What's the craziest thing you've done?
Oh, just living.
It has about every amenity you can need. It was by far the
One time I bought the deluxe version of a video game.
dude with this giant university in town.
One thing I would say is there's definitely contrasts of high socioeconomic status folks associated with the university. There are also pockets of poverty, particularly not so much inside Morgan.
Yeah, West Virginia University's very big. Just like all of West Virginia is a core. It's only certain parts.
Town, but if you go out to some parts of the county, especially the western part of the county, you'll see some poor areas.
It seems like most of the really poor areas of West Virginia are so small they go unnoticed, unmeasured, or unsurveyed. To prove my point, I headed further southwest to the dying town of Weston to meet up with a local named Twig.
But you don't realize how bad it is in poverty. Last time, fuck, she doesn't have teeth. I remember having him out with a slate. I was in prison. Everyone's like, save your money, put it in the bank. What the fucking money?
We're in Weston, West Virginia. Right behind me is the lunatic asylum I spent the night in a year ago. Just hear that? Is it supposed to be any different?
We got looking for it?
Yeah, what is that? Dzień pani.
Oh, Scheiße!
Nie kończę, wolę tam na kosos. No, że ona...
Some pretty torn down buildings here. We got right behind me. Got the tarp.
City started tearing down most of the. Watch that. I'm not watching another fucking ghost video, bro. Just to make it look better.
As the city got downhill,
Walmart killed the town.
Walmart.
did they ruin a lot of the shops out here?
Yeah.
Walmart came in.
Every county country.
They sucked the local community dry out of their businesses and kill them.
No industries, no factories, no work. Only things here, gas stations, restaurants.
We had little places everywhere, and then I guess when Walmart started all their stuff, they just everyone they couldn't keep up with it.
It's nothing like this.
He's been dying recently?
Well, it's much larger, but
Yeah, he's talking about the like the oil fields. All the issue with those big corporations is that they're going to be able to undercut people so far that the local competitors can't keep up. Because everybody stop saying Batman, bro. Oh my god. But if it's like they're selling, say, whatever, there's 10 niche stores and Walmart just fills all those niches and they're selling the products for fucking half as much. Even if you want to support local businesses, it doesn't make financial sense for you to fucking go there instead of Walmart. So people just go to Walmart and then it fucking kills those businesses. It's toward like Pennsylvania and Ohio. So the people that all had jobs, they all just got laid off, and most of them just never followed it, and they just came back and went on unemployment or tried to call SSI. That's probably 90% of this town is
SSI?
Yeah.
With a few job opportunities in gas stations, a couple restaurants, and the town's Dollar General, the people here seem to heavily rely upon SSI. So is SSI for a disability, technically?
Yeah. Around here, it's mainly like, I can't read, I can't write.
That's what they say?
Yeah.
Actually?
And they'll give you a little test, and then you gotta
put like blocks and shit together.
You failed the test on purpose.
Yeah,
Check.
pretty much.
That's the hustle out here. They give you a test where you have to put blocks in holes.
Free money, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is interesting. How many black people do you think live in the town?
Probably like 4.
What's the most fun thing to do here in Weston?
I don't really do too much myself.
Right now I'm playing Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty. Go ahead and get that.
Hey, Harp, it's Mike.
Ready for GTA
I've
6?
been trying to call your cell for the last 2 hours. It just keeps going to voicemail.
Entertainment for most
Is everything
people.
alright?
Especially if you just
Oh,
live in the middle
snap.
of fucking
I was
nowhere, because
starting to
that's
think maybe
something
you were
everybody
ignoring
do.
me.
And from here?
Yes.
So what are you guys up to?
Just walking.
I'm just kidding.
Alright, guys, you gotta use it.
Anyway, what are you still doing at work? It's getting kind of late.
Do you work?
Damn, Harp, that sounds rough. Good thing I called to cheer you up.
What is the best part about Weston?
The
lunatic asylum?
about our
Yeah.
trip, did you get a chance to book the rental house? Just really wanted to see you. No worries, Harper, I don't want to stress you out. As long as you pay. I was thinking, save on gas and relive the good old days. Just a little bit of Mike and Sydney time before Nora gets there. Great. I guess I'll let you... Oh, wait, one more thing. When you book the rental, please make sure to keep... Nora and I were talking, and she's been on a pretty tight budget.
CIS, you're in the show. Crime show?
Yeah.
The hunt? Do you wear this when you go hunt? What's your favorite gun? You like to hunt? Dude, you're the IMR right here. You're big into Egyptian mythology? I like taking this, like, what is it? I'm an editor, it's just gonna be... I'm an antagonist. Brandon, what do you do? Is the dating market out here pretty good? No. You guys find a girl out here.
Okay.
Incest out here? Be honest with me. Yeah? What you talking about? You got any cute cousins? No other son? Nope. Your mom's younger? You ever?
Yep.
Ask you a question about Weston? From around here? Huh? You from around Weston?
Hey.
Okay. You like it out here? Fair enough. Hey, don't even sweat it. Are you alright? Are you from here?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Was he like nervous or was that like a medical condition? How would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
Now?
Yeah.
1.
1?
Mid.
And
Somebody stole my bike before down like that part.
we're off. Who stole your bike?
Somebody druggies on the back road.
What happened?
Hey, you fell apart.
How so?
Dogs, you name it, everything.
There's no opportunity here. A heart attack or something?
No, I got.
Okay. Are you
Yes.
Black Lung? Okay.
COPD.
Oh, okay. I thought you were having a heart attack or something. I don't know.
You have a heart attack.
When'd you lose your heart?
100 years ago.
Damn. What's your least favorite part about
I
West?
thought he was nervous initially. The way he was breathing, I thought he was like anxious, like he's never been on camera before. That's sad though.
There's not that much to do.
Probably the people that like walk down the street screaming at each other 11:30 at night.
And after seeing the sign saying rooms for rent, I was curious how much it costs to live out here. Hey there. I'm wondering how much rent is above. You guys know?
One room that you usually
$450?
Here, you share a bed.
A bath?
Yes.
What the fuck? I'm not living in West Virginia. 450 and you share a bathroom? I'm not saying 450's bad. But for West Virginia, you gotta share a fucking bathroom?
Yeah. Down on the street.
What are the biggest problems out here in West right now?
Drug dens.
No beds to go.
Drugs. Dope.
You think so? What are
Just.
they using out here, man?
Is this like a store? What are they? It's just a bunch of fucking old people sitting in a room. What are they doing?
Are drugs a big issue out here?
It's mainly mad. Walking around as zombies. That's mainly later towards night where they'll be screaming. They're like, "Come and arrest me! I don't know what's wrong with me." And they're like crazy stuff.
Crack alley is where the local drug addicts hang out. Where are these people buying their drugs? Where are we headed right now, Twig?
Broad Street, which is another street where people will refer you to go if they're looking for drugs and stuff. We'll stay off this street because I don't want to get robbed.
Upon pulling in, we immediately saw a mobile methadone clinic. Should we talk to them?
Hey there.
How you doing?
I just wonder how he finds like an individual. He always has somebody that kind of works as his guy. I wonder how that happens.
So what it is we treat mental health and addiction. We are put here in the more rural communities because a lot of people can't get out. And it doesn't just have to be addiction. It can just be straight mental health also.
How many people do you guys treat? I don't know, per month, per day?
Per day here we see about 30 to 40 people.
30. Wow. They come knocking. What do they typically need?
All they need is insurance.
For Suboxone? What's the biggest substance that's being abused out here?
Probably fentanyl.
Fentanyl?
Yeah, fentanyl, man.
There you have it. That's pretty cool. Look, where were these people getting fentanyl in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia? Yo, maybe we can talk to you? Oh, grills?
Middle of fentanyl. Where they get fentanyl in the middle of West Virginia? Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these houses just has a fucking meth lab in it.
Oh, grills?
Yeah, it's all
Oh, we're just want to say what's up. Why are you mad at me? Alright, we'll just be driving through, man. Sorry for the trouble. What's up? Go? Hell yeah, it is.
When I DoorDashed for a little while, and I remember DoorDashing up here to one of these houses, and I had to go around.
Alright, I'm gonna say this right now. I genuinely believe that if Tyler was black, he would be dead making one of these videos. I don't know the stand your ground laws, but this motherfucker in every video will just walk up to somebody's house and there would be some racist person that would just fucking kill him.
Like, no disrespect towards anybody's size or anything. She was so big that she couldn't leave her house and she was trapped in there. Like right there, actually.
You live out here? We're just trying to figure out how it is out here.
Yeah, it's a quiet little town. Not much drugs. Normal crackheads running around. Like I said, you have that everywhere. As long as they don't bother my daughters, I don't care.
Hell yeah. Right on. Hey, likewise. Hey, brother. We heard there's some dope fiends out here.
I see a lot of people nodding off in New Jersey. I don't know what drugs they're on, but they'll stand like this.
Shit.
I swear to God, like 4 people a day. Like wherever, if I'm on a long drive, not like a short drive, but if I'm on a long drive, it's fentanyl. I mean, it might be. I was gonna say fentanyl or some sort of pills.
How long you been out here?
40 years or so.
How has Weston changed in the last 40 years?
Well, downtown is really cheap. There's not many businesses on Main Street anymore. I blame that on cowboys.
You think Appalachia's been left behind?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite ethnicity of woman?
Asian.
If a cute 30-something-year-old Filipino Asian girl was right here, would you ask her out on a date?
I'd have to know her a little before I ask anybody out on a date.
What if she had massive honkers?
I think small girls, little girls. Not young girls, you know.
Like petite Asian girl?
Yeah.
Anything fun to do here?
Asian. Well, I blame that on capitalism.
You think Appalachia's been left behind?
Pretty much so, yeah.
Yeah. Who's your favorite ethnicity of woman?
Asian.
If a cute 30-something-year-old Filipino Asian girl was right here, would you ask her out on a date?
I'd have to know her a little bit before I ask anybody out on a date.
What if she had massive honkers?
I think small girls, little girls. And not young girls, but little girls.
Like petite Asian girl?
Yeah.
Anything fun to do here?
Not much. And not young girls, but little girls.
Like petite Asian girl?
Yeah.
Anything fun to do here?
Anybody out on a date.
What if she had massive honkers?
I think small girls, little girls. And not young girls, but little girls.
Like petite Asian girl?
Yeah.
Anything fun to do here?
Not much, really.
Okay. How long you been here?
Whole life, unfortunately.
How was Weston? I heard it's gone downhill. Well, I think it has. I think every place pretty much has. What happened to America?
You got too many spots in here. I hopefully get.
Just gone to shit. Because the wealth share is drastically farther apart than when you were younger.
The lack of jobs. After visiting perhaps the most miserable town I've ever been to, I headed further southwest towards the Whitaker's house. But first, I went to Summersville to meet up with a fourth-generation coal miner, remnant of an industry that once fueled the state and the country's economy.
Why doesn't everybody put their money into the stock market? Because even if you put your money, if you put $100, look, say you get an average return rate of 10% per year, right? Like a good year in the stock market, like an averagely good year is like 8 to 10%, right? I mean, depending on what type of aggressive strategy you have. But if you go to a fucking financial manager and they fucking ask you about what investments you have, say you make 10% a year on your stocks. If you have $1,000, financial advice. If you have $1,000, you put that in the stock market and you make 10% per year, right? The first year you're gonna make $100. The second year you're gonna make $110. But if you have $100,000 instead of $1,000, you're gonna make 10 grand. Then you're gonna make fucking 11 grand. Then you're gonna make more and more and more. And over fucking 20 years, you're gonna compound your money much quicker than somebody else because you're getting a higher. While you're getting the same percentage increase and the same percentage value that somebody else is, they're going to be making way more than you. And when you have more money, you have the option of having people that will do the fucking investments for you, right? And they will do that shit for you. The less money you have, the less opportunity, the less connections, the less capability of you being able to invest your money, compound on it, that you have. A lot of poorer people just put their money in the bank and let it sit, and then it devalues based on inflation, all this other shit. Boom, done. Let's move on. Not financial advice. Gotta say that one more time.
My grandfather's all the way back to my great-great-grandfather was a gold miner. They came over here from Germany back in the early 1900s. They came here to mine coal. The government was pushing for, I guess, before World War I, and they was pushing to get more coal to make the steel, so they started bringing in immigrants, you know, to start these mines. And that was back in the time when they had coal camps, what they called coal camps. So you worked in the coal camp, company house, and you worked for company script. I actually worked underground for right around 10 years. It's not a job for everyone, but in this area, there's no other jobs that pays as good as it does.
Tell me a little bit about black lung and silicosis.
Coal dust, the fine particles of coal dust, it attaches to your lungs and creates a kind of like what cigarette smoke does in a sense. There's been a lot of people suffering from black lung silicosis from the rock.
How big is the space here mining it?
The height would typically range about 40 to 48 inches.
So you're in a bit of a sort of bent crouch.
Yeah, that's where
Coal mining just seems so fucking, I don't know. I don't want to say in the past, but it's crazy that that's still like a big business.
a lot of the coal miners led into the use of opioids. Because in the early 2000s, you could walk into emergency room and say, hey, my back's hurting, and they could write you a script. Percocet or hydrocodone. At 20 years old. At 20 years old, I could walk into the ER room, tell them my back hurts, come out with a script of 30 Percocets.
Well, now people just do that with weed.
Go from there.
You can show us coal mine in action right now.
Yeah, we can take you show you one. You know, you think back in the 30s and the 40s and 50s, silicosis and black lung was so prevalent that, you know, people was dying left and right. I mean, nowadays you hear one every so often. You know, they call on COPD now, or they've got some other.
I feel like we should have new technology so nobody has to have this job. Then you get into the issue of automation, removing people's jobs. If we automize, there's a million jobs that you could automize. The entire fast food industry you could probably automize. If you automize the entire fast food industry, millions of people are out of a job.
And it would be, you know, they may be 4 or 5 died a day, and they bring 10 in, 10 more.
Wow, we had made it to the mines.
Yep, so they're mining coal right now.
estimated to only be worth around $300,000. Ouch. A regular Major League Baseball costs about $7 to make.
That's further stacking.
What are the health risks associated with the work they're doing right now today in 2024?
Still got dust. Still got the black lung issue. You sleep trips and falls. You got trapped. Many dangers.
The symbol of what once kept this state alive, heading further southwest to Odd, West Virginia. I saw this video on YouTube titled Inbred Family.
Is this the video that we watched? I feel like it probably was.
The Whitakers, where this guy, Mark Laida, records his interaction with the family suffering a long history of inbreeding.
Do you remember anything about your life? You lost your other brother?
Intrigued, I reached out to Mark Laida to see if he could introduce me to them, and he responded with this. Hi, Tyler. Soft White Underbelly has an exclusive contract with the Whitaker family for all content creation.
You guys are going to hate me. I swear I'll get on the road as soon as I can, but something last minute popped up. I'm not gonna bore you with all of the details. The long and short of it is one of my clients needs a last minute change. Their payments are about the only thing keeping the lights on. I hate to leave so late, but I gotta keep them happy. I'll have this logo done before you know it, and be on my way.
This is not I'm not trying to create a TV show where we're doing follow-ups on people. I can easily do that. I try to resist doing that. Because people I see the comments of like, oh, you're just excluding these people.
Now, assuming this contract even exists, it immediately raises a red flag when you consider that Mark has made 13 videos with the Whitakers.
Yeah.
Combined with about 89.13 million views.
And are they paying them? And what are they paying them? You gotta think, if you're if you are interviewing this family that really knows nothing about social media, they don't know the value of their content. It's the same thing when I got to talk to any influencer. Like, if you're an early influencer, they have no idea how much they need to be paid for advertisements or their use of their content or something like that. Like, when I started out on TikTok, I was getting paid like $100 for an ad that would make the guy that made me fucking $9,000. Like, it was not a fair trade, you know? Like, I was getting paid nothing for the first. Because I thought I was fucking 18, I was like $100. Jesus Christ, that's like a lot of money, you know? And so you sit there and you have no idea what you should be paid. They might be paid good, I don't know. But I mean, that's really up to them whether or not they're actually paying what they need to be.
In every one of these videos, Mark currently has a GoFundMe link with the mission to help the Whitaker family purchase a new home, with $55,692 raised thus far, in addition to a previous 2022 GoFundMe that generated $12,000 for a new house. And those preferring other ways to donate, you can also PayPal or Cash App Mark Laida directly. With 77K and however much else was sent to Mark directly, there's another GoFundMe to help the over 7,000 people who have been interviewed for the Soft White Underbelly channel. $48,000 total raised on.
See, that's so, like, that's why I don't want to say that's the only reason I don't do GoFundMes, but whenever people ask me to do GoFundMes, it's like, you can do some sketch shit. Like, I'm hoping that money's going to them, you know what I mean?
On it right now. Who gets any of this money and how is it divided? We'll never know. With a minimum of 77K raised directly for the house, in addition to however much was sent to Mark directly via Cash App and PayPal, and however much money generated from, let's say, just the first video he made with the Whitakers, an extremely conservative estimate of $82,000, assuming a $2 RPM, we have a minimum of $159,000 in the home fund here. And there just so happens to be a house for sale right now in Odd, West Virginia, where they live, currently listed for $100,000.
That house is $139,000.
House.
I mean, it doesn't look that old. I was gonna say, new house pricing though, in East West Virginia, got a lot of property. I feel like that ain't worth it now. Run down house
right now in Odd,
like just this, not this part right here. I don't know. Like that piece right there.
West Virginia, where they live. live, currently listed for $139,000. So why don't they have a new house? Reached out to the only other person I could find who had made contact with the Whitakers, Paige, sweet special ed teacher from Alabama, who checks up on Betty, the matriarch of the family, almost every day over the phone. And after talking to Paige, she was ecstatic to give me a grocery list of all the things the Whitakers needed me to drop them off at the house and a wellness check on them in the winter. After getting everything on the list, we begin our drive to surprise the Whitakers on Paige's behalf. Shout out Paige, you were a sweet woman. We're gonna drive up there, hand them the groceries, and see if they want to chat more. Let's head off. That is love. Paige, this is Tyler Oliveira. How are you? I'm feeling good. We're about to head on over to the Whitakers.
Does that sound good?
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Called Superstore. The fuck would they be selling there?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So awesome, yeah.
No, you're awesome. You're like Mother Teresa. We love it. My understanding is none of them drive, so they're definitely kind of just stuck there. We are as full as it gets. It should be about a minute away. How you doing? We're friends. We got a grocery list for y'all. Good to meet you. Yeah. Hi, Betty. Yeah. How you doing, Tilly? Hi. Right here.
Do you think he has a chest camera on, or he's holding a camera?
Vermont. This is your host on WKWB, your hometown station, bringing you the best tunes to warm your hearts on this chilly night. As we embrace the first snowfall of the season, it's nothing like a perfect song to set the mood. So here's a track that will make you feel right at home. Next, Ed and Ultras. Stay warm, stay tuned.
You little boy. We got What's it trying to say, Betty?
Maybe I can find him if they're still in my distance.
Paige wanted to make sure you guys were well stocked. If you want to say hi.
We're gonna be here 100 years, so let's appear all night and don't fight, man. I'm trying to make something for nothing and get some memories, cause there is plenty of them lurking in the streets, but it's certain that your purpose is surplus and what's in me. Can I pick up the phone? Can I leave it right there? Isn't this all we living for? Isn't that sad? But if it's where we're headed, I don't wanna recollect it. The cover moment, cause I'm dancing in the directions. You guys wanna send me some love, don't intercept on me, cause I just wanna be your one. Like real, check me out, I'm the man of the minute and feeling different from
Does he understand? He doesn't speak other outside of like the not the grunts, but the verbal noises he makes. Does he understand English? He has to, because they said something to him and he understood it.
Okay. Does Larry take you to the doctor?
Yeah.
That's good. How are they doing? How's it going?
Okay.
Yeah.
Take you to the doctor. We'll take you right now.
Ray, why aren't you going to the doctor? Your knee hurt? It hurts? You like your cookie dough?
I keep a ride on my side. I like the words out of mouth, seems the light of my life. I'm connected to a heart like the moon and the tides. And besides, no one can take a rubbing out of my life. I think the words come together well, and that's no coincidence. Trying to be the best that I can be without no wishing, man. Feeling like a plane trying to soar in the sky, but without you feel so hesitant, I can't lie. I'm trying to be a millionaire before I'm 25. Maybe I'm like halfway, maybe I can make it there. I ain't trying to slow down, cause I'm trying to retire my mom, man. I'm old, man. I don't worry about all the drama, yeah, I keep it cool, I keep it mystery. Hearing lies, man, that ain't all there is to me. I'm trying to fill your heart with writing on this shitty screen. And I promise you will be about the strife, but my life in the heart, so I focus when I type. Trying to get a good song, but can't get it if I try. So I sit up in my room, like reflecting on my life. I don't know where I'm going, but I hope I get it right.
You want to say goodbye to Paige? You want to say goodbye to Paige? Hi, Paige. And Paige got all this for you guys. She got you those coloring books. Hi, guys. Paige texted me. She said, "Hey, Tyler, you guys had already left when I got in touch with Betty. I called a couple of times and she was so excited." That is awesome. I feel good. They were super sweet. They were groceryed up. They just
Yeah, they just like nice people. I think it's it's just when people just show up on their death, then you're not gonna be like, I want to toss. You know, you don't know where Mark. Where is the house? Thanks.
It's always been nice to me, so I hate to be the bad person, but I just want something like, hopefully somehow or something like funds to be raised for him. So if there's money that can be raised, hopefully I'll see it. There should be to give them a house, you know?
Facebook and somebody should be like, Mark, how do you fuck, where's the fucking money, you know? Like, whenever I've done anything donation-wise, I've showed that I've done it. Like, when I donated the fucking 20K from the Mr. Beast thing, or the 10K from that, or even just like the Tiltify donations that I do that are like $300-400, like, you show that. You don't, if you're on social media, you don't say you donated and then not show that you donated. You know what I mean? Like, because then my ass could just go, hey guys, just donated $15 million to fucking Make-A-Wish. Like, what the fuck? Then it's just saying, oh, hey guys, again, you know, tomorrow I decided that wasn't enough, just drop the fucking $1 billion on this fucking place. I watched the video, Marcus sent them over 100K. Okay, that's fine, right? Then that's good. If you're saying he's actually sent the money, that's great. But I just worry in GoFundMe's in general. Okay, next video. I visited the mole people underground. They live with no sun. This is about, I think, a homeless population that's kind of like made their own city under Las Vegas.
Underneath Las Vegas, there's approximately 200 miles of tunnel network. These tunnels have become a secret grove for so-called mole people.
I don't understand how they have cool setups in these what are these called, like water channels? I don't understand how they set up furniture and technology and shit down there, because whenever it rains, it floods so bad that some of them die. It never rains. No, look up videos, bro. What is the name? It's the Las Vegas tunnels flooding. And it gets so bad that it's like waves of water. Las Vegas tunnels flooding. Like, this is it starting. All of that water's gonna go into the ducts. So that's why it's so dangerous for them to live down there. Because it wasn't meant for homeless people, it's meant for like water escape travel. Because it's such a dry area that when like an inch of rain occurs, it's like a tsunami.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of day a long time. I don't know how long. I'd not be these tunnels are 7 floors to the floor down. Any flashlights?
Shorts are great out here. There are people out there that haven't seen the light of day and never will.
The city dazzles with luxury hotels, casinos, and endless entertainment. Millions of people visit.
Wow, they literally never come out? How many people live under Las Vegas? Do you think they have a stat on that? How many people live in the tunnels of Las Vegas? I would guess like a few thousand. 1,200 to 1,500 people live in the storm drain tunnels beneath Las Vegas. Some estimate the numbers even higher. Wow. So that's like a small city.
Las Vegas.
Under Las Vegas.
Every year, but many don't know what exists just below this desert paradise. The endless darkness has slowly...
Joe, you're on crack. You think I'm walking in that tunnel pitch black? Would I pay some random guy that's gonna give me a tour? Yeah, man, I'll show you the tunnels.
The way people think and behave.
I got shot in the head with a gun. Somebody died right where we were standing last night.
Some of them were even born into this dark world. These people have no idea.
Oh, no, there's like babies in there.
Needs, and they hide in these tunnels to stay away from the law.
Police radio would not work down here. So what you're looking at is a map of the tunnels in Las Vegas. It's about 1,500 people that live in that system.
The tunnels have their own names, like neighborhoods, right? Yeah. Nobody on the street level knows what's going on.
Do you think the majority of the people that live in the tunnels under Vegas are people that went rogue from gambling? Like, how did they even end up? Because it makes a lot of sense when there's like homeless people in Cali or certain big cities because it's like warm or there's just an influx of people. But like Vegas is in the middle of nowhere, right? Like you don't become homeless and then go to Vegas. Like there's a lot of people that become homeless and then move to California. Not move, but like start walking there or going there. Drugs? Yeah, because there's also, it is a big fucking, like gambling / illegal activity hub, I guess. Relocated for a job.
Into the tunnels, which are connected to many other tunnels. Let's descend into darkness, where these tunnel people have built their lives.
This is the Narcan and Taser spray. And if you see somebody overdosing, you can hit them with this. It'll bring them back. 30 minutes, you still have to call an ambulance. Super easy. Pop it out, right on the nose.
We can't just walk in unless we're with Rob. We survived 5 years down here. The entrance is blocked with metal bars to stop people.
Why can't they go down without Rob? Because they would get like attacked. Like they know Rob. Like he robs their inn. He's like the middleman connection guy. So he used to live down here and now Rob's out like he's not homeless anymore.
And to keep trash out during floods.
What is the worst thing that happens here in the tunnels? The flood that we had a few years ago on Wall Street,
the ground is...
Bro, see? In random flooding, 2 of his friends die, and that's only the people that he knows. 1,500 people fucking live down here. People just drowning.
Las Vegas is extremely hard, so rainwater can't soak into the soil the way it normally would. To prevent flooding on the streets.
Oh, see, that's the type of video I was looking for.
These tunnels...
Holy shit. Dude, literally thousands of gallons of water just... And you're like asleep. It's pitch black down there. You're fucking sleeping. You hear like water rushing. You don't even have time to run.
Built to direct water under the city. So when it rains, the water rushes straight into the tunnels where people are living. Even on a sunny day in the city, a rainstorm 15 miles away in the mountains can send a flood rushing down these tunnels in minutes. Every time this sudden disaster hits, people in this massive underground city lose their lives to drowning.
A lot of trash here.
We ran into Nate first. He warned us not to enter the tunnel.
Why do people go so far into the tunnel that way? Like, why not hover kind of, because it's more safe, I guess, from like other people or other people that are living in the tunnel? Because like, what do you want to just live right on the outskirts of the tunnel so then you could get out?
We're still waiting.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, this guy only hovers at the front.
There's a reason for that. You can get a build. I don't know what they're there. You get smaller and smaller as you get.
Okay, the curiosity would kill me though. Like wanting to know what's in there and what like people have kind of like brought miles into these tunnels. Like full setups. They got couch,
This is your host
TVs.
on WKWB, your hometown station.
They just got was that fucking engine? Dead bodies? You think there's dead bodies in there? Because nobody's going in there to clean it up, so if somebody dies, they're just in there. Because they're not sending, like, firemen or people down here to go fucking flash.
Search room.
Whatever danger hides deep in the tunnels, Toby has faced it.
I'm back here in the dark, you know what I mean? Dark. What is the worst thing that happens here down in these tunnels? I got attacked one time, like 3 Cuban dudes. One of the guys came in my spot with a damn machete. He was one of the top dog dudes. But I handled my own, though I had a basket and I took it in there, threw it on the side, stuck holes in it, made one of those little Maltese cocktails. The only thing that saved me.
So you got into a fucking death fight in the middle of the tunnels when it was pitch black. Because 3 guys tried to like press him for his spot. Skinny Pete. Is that guy's name?
We have any flashlight? I'll check to see if I got one that day.
See, that would scare the shit out of me. I would never go down here. I would want to see what's down here, but like you're just walking, it's pitch black, you shine. Yeah, that's from Breaking Bad. That's one of the dealers, right? You're fucking walking, it's pitch black, you shine your flashlight, and there's just a person stoically staring off into the distance, just, and they don't don't even, like, they see your light, they don't even fucking look at you. Oh my god.
We have any flashlights?
That's so scary.
The woman, possibly under the influence of the substance, asked for Narcan.
You actually know how to navigate. They can make it all the way underground in the tunnels without ever coming up to the surface. It can be done if you know the tunnel system well enough.
That is a fucking PC. How did they get that? And why is it a mile into the fucking tunnel? That is a disassembled PC. I don't even think the CPU's still on it. The GPU's missing.
So they're all basically connected. Eventually they are passageways, for the most part.
Of course the RAM's gone. Yeah, the RAM prices are crazy right now.
This labyrinth may not look like a home to you, but stepping into their spots without warning could get us into serious trouble. Some of them are armed, and don't hesitate to use it.
You can hear the cars.
You can hear it. My god.
We're in the middle of the city right now, and we're apparently driving over the heads of people that are looking underground.
One of the rarest lights that is our life. Here it is, the city. A life they're not part of. Only able to watch from the underground. It's kind of an illusion that hides everything.
Yeah, because you're kind of like stalking. If you have no money and you're homeless in Vegas, you're not gonna like leave Vegas, you know? I mean, maybe you could get enough money to get like a bus ticket to go elsewhere, but it's like Vegas is in the middle of nowhere, near nothing that's like usable for homeless people. Obviously, I mean, there is probably aid for homeless people there, but like I'm wondering how they get like daily food supplies, shelter, like clothing. Because like a lot of Vegas, yeah, they do have shops and stuff, but I feel like it's like a gambling hub.
Later, we saw the fake Caesar's Palace Hotel through the metal grate. Above, Nevada's casinos make over $15 billion a year. Below, people live in death traps in the city.
Twice a day, I have to read whatever. It's stupid.
We got that.
Water flows in the city's drainage system, and some even use it to take showers.
What the fuck?
There are many tunnels around here. Yo, I would be like so nervous somebody would just come out of a shadow and fucking shank me. Like he's just, you can't see anything beyond this like graffiti radio. You know, our guy, you cannot come here.
One wrong turn, and you're lost.
Someone could have been known.
City drainage system. And some people use it to take showers. Their bags are
tunnel. That is a disassembled PC. I don't even.
Yeah, certain areas that you can go to the bathroom. Usually not the other budget and wood baggage. me 5 years. Possibly right here. But
I mean, how do you get out of it? He's been there for 6 years. He's been homeless for 6 years. How do you, you have to get a job and a place to live. How? In Vegas? You're not getting hired.
I mean, I'm 57 years old. I'm getting old. I just haven't been ready.
I think the big worry is, if you're 57, like that one guy that was smoking a cigarette in the beginning, he looked like 60, 65. If you're that old, you have a health problem. You can't go to a doctor, you can't go to a hospital. You're just say you have a growth, you can't even get it checked out. Nothing. It's beyond just I don't have insurance, right? And you only go to an urgent care when you need you don't even have money to go to a fucking urgent care. You can't do anything. You have an infection, you're not getting antibiotics, you're just fucking toughing it out or dying.
Just 10 minutes into the tunnel, Tony wanted to return to his spot. We handed him a week's worth of supplies and kept walking deeper into the tunnels.
There's so much randomness that could happen. Anybody could just decide to come down that tunnel and steal from you or take your stuff or attack you or disappear. And who we know? It's not like it's happening on the streets where you're laying there. Somebody can see you and call the cops. Down here, it's another layer, not knowing what could ever happen. Be peaceful now. Come back in 2 hours. And the wrong person walks through go.
As we go deeper and deeper, the less we know about what...
Yeah, because it's so private that it offers safety, but also concern in that, nobody's around you. So if somebody wants to, walk past you and kill you, nothing's gonna happen to them. If you're a homeless guy on the streets in public, even if it's dark and cold outside and you're in a fucking alleyway, there's people around you. There's nobody within a mile radius of you here. Somebody fucking walks by, they can just hack you to death and leave. Take your shit. What if you were born down here? I would hope that if you were living down here and you had a child, you would put them up for adoption. I would hope you would give them to the fire department or, not anything would be better than this.
Dwellers make pans out of aluminum and use hand sanitizer as a heat source to cook their meals.
There are a lot of rats there. Yes, there are.
A voice echoed ahead, and we followed it.
I'm Cuckoo Bananas Crazy, and I came to check on my mother in Vegas and fell for a local. We ended up here. These are my people.
How long have you been down here?
About 5 years or so.
What? So she said she came here to check on her mom and then fell in love with one of the homeless people here?
How long do you plan to stay here?
At least today. I don't plan much farther than today.
That's really no. We have no long-term plan.
What is the worst things about tunnels?
Probably lack of plumbing. The dark is rough sometimes. I can't just sit in the dark. I get a little bit panicky still, like I'm a little kid.
Darkness is not just the absence of light. It's
I don't think that's you're a little kid, bro. I feel like anyone in this tunnel would be terrified. That's not I'm just a kid afraid of the dark. No, you're in a fucking tunnel with a bunch of people you don't know, and it's pitch black.
Entity that covers you and erases you from the world. Tunnel people
they got a truly black cherry.
Usually survive through stealing and dumpstering.
Some people down here do treasure.
Why are we blurring that out? What is that, a joint?
Some people down here do treasure hunts such as collecting cables, bumpers. Do you do things like that?
I collect what the drug tourists abandoned.
Oh, side story. Just remember this. I know a guy. Not I have a friend. This is gonna be I know a guy that, number one, the copper tubing brought it up. He had to respond to a call. He's a firefighter. He had to respond to a call of a guy that was stealing copper tubing at an abandoned house, and the electricity was still on, and it electrocuted him so fast that his body was still rigid, and it burnt the entire upper half of his body off. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. And he was like, you want to know what else is crazy? He was like, I responded to the Boeing whistleblower. That guy, the guy that was on the news, and he took his own life, but everybody was like, that was weird. And he was telling me about it, and he had no idea. Who's that? The Boeing whistleblower that was like, going against like the Boeing company, saying that there was like factory problems and they were kind of ignoring it, shit like that. Like, I mean, that's like if you know about the news, if you know what I'm talking about, crazy. I was like, you responded to that? He said, yeah, he didn't even know who it was. He didn't know who it was until after the fact, and he was like, I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to get into the details, but I just thought that was crazy. I was like, I've known you for so long, you didn't bring that up? He was like, well, I don't know.
And they pay. I collect what the drunk tourists abandon. They go to Louis Vuitton and they pay $3,000 for a t-shirt, and then they win $100 on a slot machine, and they get so excited that they jump up and down and they leave their $3,000 purchase right there to go cash in their winnings. And they remember that they spent that money, 2 days later, because they've been day drinking in the sun, and they plan to lose $10,000 a day while they're here.
Where did you go? People moving thousands of dollars to machines.
It's the American way. Decadence and excess and debauchery.
I don't even think it's the American way. I think it is a flaw in human biology that we are incapable of recognizing. Well, actually, we are capable of recognizing the odds of wins and losses, but you are so much more enthralled by the potential to win millions that you don't care. It's a dopamine rush. That's why they're all flashy and colorful. There's no windows in casinos. They give you free drinks. They're panning into your brain's anatomy, knowing that they're basically crafting the perfect situation for you to be happy and okay with losing tons of money.
This is why people come here on vacation.
Then Beverly showed up in the darkness. For how long have you been down here?
I've done online gambling and in-person gambling, and it depends on the person that you're saying, which is also different from sports betting. I do sports betting all the time, and that's its own conversation. But it's like online casino gambling versus in-person casino gambling. In person, I will lose 3-4 times as much as online. The dopamine from sitting in front of a slot machine, actually at a roulette wheel, playing a game while you're drinking versus like sitting and watching a screen, it's not even comparable.
How is the situation here when it rains?
Horrific. Very scary. I've been caught up in it twice, and one of the times I really didn't think I was going to make it out.
What do you think about Las Vegas City?
A lot of it's almost like wallpaper, like it's just made to look good, These big casinos are built on winners.
Do you change your spot time to time, or do you always stay right here?
Oh no, it could definitely change.
What is the hardest thing about tennis? She packed years of disappointment into one word.
The people.
Even this deep down, there's stuff on.
I mean, yeah, being alone would be, like, if you knew that nobody would fuck with you, it would be a hell of a lot easier to be down here.
All over. Some of it was probably brought in by the flood. Some carried in with shopping carts. After walking for another 20 minutes, we came across an eerie shadow stretched across the wall.
Don't shoot. We don't mean any harm.
Before we go further in the tunnel, I want to share how my fetish DNA can help me.
Hey there. How are you? Look at this, sir.
Oh, he's got a whole fucking survival tent. Like, where did he find that? They had to have bought that. It's like an expensive-ass tent.
Hey there. How are you?
Oh, I'd be so scared of that dog, bro.
We first offered him some supplies. Then he invited us into his tent.
This is where this guy sleeps. He puts his clothes here. This is his table and a workstation. 6 years ago, I moved to Vegas alone, and my parents died in 2018. It's the 2 years I've been down here, if not more. So how do you find water and food? I go turn off the fire hydrant right around the corner from here. I have my food stamp card, but if I really, really have to, I'll go steal something. How do you stay safe?
Where do you steal food, though? Like buffets in Vegas? Like you're going into the casino or something and just grabbing food and dipping?
It's like everywhere else, you just gotta watch your back. There's this scar on your forehead. What happened? I got hit in the head with a 2x4. And
what the fuck?
11 stitches.
In here?
Yeah.
What was the reason?
Or a bike. Bikes are a hot commodity in this area, and a lot of people need them,
Have you ever seen...
It is weird how the people who are interviewing have different things. Like, he seems like he's pretty geared up comparable to a lot of the other people. Like, there was one guy that literally just had a shopping cart and a chair. That woman woman, had a whole bed. He has a fucking tent, all set up, a dog, a table.
Someone at the moments their life was taken.
Yeah, he seems really chill.
Unfortunately, yeah. I remember hearing him come in and 2 shots go off. He got hit in his back and in his neck. And before I knew it, he was standing right in front of me with a white t-shirt on that was turning red really fast. Just go there and show. The psychology of being down here in the darkness must be.
He watched the guy kill his brother in front of him in the tunnel.
Really hard. Some people can't take it. There are people out there that haven't seen the light of day and never will. People that turn gray down here, like, I've never seen anything like it. At night,
oh my god, like vitamin D deficiency, they never leave the tunnels, constantly in the dark. And it's also like, if you're down here for such an extended period of time, the sun's probably disturbing, you know? Like, you almost become nocturnal in that you don't even want to leave unless it's nighttime, because it's like leaving. Like, imagine, you know, when you go to a movie theater and you're there for 3 hours and you leave and it's so bright and it fucks you with your eyes. Like, imagine that. Like days in the dark, weeks in the dark.
it sounds like there's people walking.
Like you would walk outside and it'd be actually blinded.
Right outside your tent?
Like you wouldn't be able to see.
And most of the time going out there and there'd be nothing, or you never know who you're going to run into down here. That's for sure.
Here in the dark, most of them lose their ID cards and never get them back. Without an ID, they can't apply for a job, rent a place, or access social services because they don't officially exist according to the system.
It's a roadblock. It's not really true. Yes, they need those things, but if I handed out IDs today to every single one of them,
yeah, they still want to go get help.
Still be here tomorrow. There's a lot of things happening at the same time. Traumas, mental health, all these things we need to address. I was like 3 years homeless, walking down the street. I saw 3 people that I knew having a sword fight in the middle of the night. I heard claims thing. I saw it was all. I looked at it, and it was like nothing to me. That's what happens out here. You become traumatized and you see the situation.
Bill once lived in a house with a pool.
How did he get out, though? How did he get out? Like, I feel like you need somebody, you need to show willingness to leave and also have somebody to lean on to get out. Because it's not as simple as just like, oh, I'm gonna get a job, because you still don't have enough money to like be presentable and go to work. I mean, it depends on the job and what you're getting, but like, how do you go from being homeless and living in the tunnels for 6 years to being able to afford an apartment and also like clean yourself up, go to work?
But after retirement, life slowly pulled him underground.
Radio and stuff would not work down.
For the people that are like all on black, bro, all on black, you're like, oh, just fucking gambling. Do you know how much money it costs? Dude, yeah, maybe you somehow scrounge up $100 as a homeless guy and you fucking run it up to $2 grand. Alright, you can afford the worst apartment in Vegas for 1 month. Still don't have food, can't pay electric bills, can't pay fucking water bills. You still don't have enough money to fucking survive.
And we're a lot of people down here.
How long have you been in the tunnels?
8 to 10 years.
What was the
10 years? Oh my god.
What's the thing that happened to you in the tunnels?
Obviously, get caught up into one of the floods. It came through because it takes about 10 minutes for the water to be about 8 feet high. We have no warning system telling us there's water coming other than to hear the water itself. There used to be signs down here that said the current never moves, which is very true. We lost quite a few people. The hardest things in the tunnels is the things you gathered over the years.
Just weeks after this interview.
You know what's fucked too is the people of Vegas, or I guess the government in Vegas. In the beginning you saw them kind of climb through that caged area that might have been trying to block them off. If they really wanted to, they could make it so you couldn't enter the tunnels. But they don't want to do that because then there's a bunch of homeless people in Vegas on the streets constantly, and that's a vibe killer for
for the fucking people coming from another country to come gamble in Vegas to see a crackhead on the side of the street. So they kind of not force you, but they kind of get you to go down the tunnels because they don't want you to they don't want you to be in the bubble. They want you to be underground where people can't see you.
We got word that Phil passed away.
That happens anyway. I mean, it happens in other cities too, like Skid Row. I mean, you see it, or like Kensington. Like, there's a lot of like government, a lot of city districts that kind of have and close people into certain areas.
Just weeks after this interview, we got word that Phil passed away.
He died? Oh, wow.
Walk through the tunnel. Mineral deposits on the ceiling catch our eye.
So there's water that's leaking through. It's the calcium water.
These show that rain makes its way in again and again. Who knows how many times the flood destroyed homes and took lives. We're going ahead. Someone has created a memorial here. When it floods, they have 20 minutes to escape. If the current or floating debris doesn't...
Oh my god, you're just running in the dark.
Trap them inside first. This tunnel is full of puddles with a constant breeze blowing through.
Oh my god, there we go again.
The ground is a mix of sewage, trash, and human waste. Now, all of it is soaking into my shoes.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it probably smells like fucking shit. Constantly.
Trash. And dead animals, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
A dead rat. It is from a step? Yeah. Oh my. Our feet are wet, but that's how we roll here. And keep going.
We are walking in this tunnel, going on and off to find Rob's old friend, who's been living down.
Yo, they can't even, if they have their, actually, I didn't even fucking think about this. For the people that were, I don't know if they were joking or not, going, hey, they could just go gamble, they can't. Because if they get money, when you go gamble at a casino and you get chips or you get a ticket of your, fucking slot machine winnings and you have to go cash it in, regardless of whether or not you look 21, you have to hand them your ID because they scan it before they give you your money back. So if you don't have an ID, you're not able to get winnings. Like, if you come in with $100, you turn it to chips, you run that up to 10K in chips. It's only needed if you win above 10K. No, that's when you get a tax form. I'm pretty sure you still need an ID. At least in AC, when I gamble, every time I've ever won money in a casino, I've had to give them my ID when I get money. I don't know. Maybe not for a slot machine. If you're going to like a ticket, like you'd be like basically an ATM but the reverse, where like you put in winnings and then it gives you out. I don't know. Not at a sports book.
The moldy gray walls started to fill with color, and then we walked right into what looked like
You don't need an ID at a sports book, Zuzi. Like for winnings.
Underground art.
I feel like you would at least need an ID to play Styrel Bet. Online, you do.
Art studio.
Someone built their own gallery down here.
Sad thing is,
a fucking Rocket League car.
Art studio.
Someone built their own.
I think I'm just brain rotted.
Gallery down here.
Sad thing is, one heavy rain could wash it all away.
That's actually really good art too.
Jay's tunnel is furnished with salvaged materials. There are all kinds of random stuff. A baby stroller, bags, toys, but everything is surprisingly well organized.
Yeah, my name's Jay. I live...
Sad thing is, one heavy rain could wash it all away.
That's actually really good art too.
Jay's tunnel is furnished with salvaged materials. There are all kinds of random stuff. A baby stroller, bags, toys, but everything is surprisingly well organized.
Yeah, my name's Jay. I live in the flood tunnels down here for pretty much ever, 8 or 9 years. I moved out here, all my luggage is stolen, my ID, everything. Basically welcome to Vegas with $27 in my pocket. There is really no safe anywhere. You get robbed by other homeless people, you get robbed by the police.
This is where each day begins and ends for him.
What happens when they come to them?
You go to jail.
Huh?
Yo, don't you go a little insane too?
where it's like, if you're in the darkest parts of the tunnels where like you can't really see light on one side or the other, and you don't have technology, you wake up and you don't even know what time it is. You have no idea how long you've been asleep. You could have been asleep an hour, 8 hours. You're kind of just gauging it off of how you feel.
Go to jail for trespassing. Whose property is this? This is my state property. It's a flood zone. They put you in jail for anything. I went to jail the other night for being on the boulevard.
They are the undesirables. The government banned them from everywhere. People often see these individuals as potential criminals, but Jay is tired of it.
I hate being hated by most everybody for what other people do. Not all homeless people are bad. Every day at war with myself, it's just not worth it.
Stigma. With time, he developed survival tactics.
They really have food and water. You get water in the back.
If you're homeless, just steal and go to jail, you get food and a bad thoughts. People do that. In a lot of colder regions, people do that, where they'll purposefully do petty theft or crime so they don't go to prison, they just repeatedly go to jail. But I mean, that's also not helping you, long term. Then it's like, yes, you get like air conditioning or whatever, but like, now you're in jail, you have even less freedom.
Yes, but it's all like wastewater. I usually eat what people throw out. Everything you see here, I found in the trash.
How do you get shower here?
Basically with a 5-gallon bucket of water.
For quality vehicles,
happens
you'll
to
never
your eye
find
if
better.
you don't mind.
Shot in the head with a 45. I don't remember none.
How did he fucking live?
To cooking
Yeah,
with
shot in the head.
Jeffrey. I'm
What is
Jeffrey,
the worst thing
and
that happened to
today
you
we
here?
will be
Probably
cooking
the whole hot name situation.
asparagus
Like,
chocolate
yeah,
cake with a spoonful of mayonnaise.
Like I'll be laying on my bed, it'll move the bed,
Delicacy
it'll
is
mimic
very
people's voices, it'll call like from outside, call down
where
and tell them my
mayonnaise
name. Just go in the
flows
back,
down
hang
the
out for
river.
15 minutes with no flashlight, tell me what you say.
What have you seen exactly?
Oh my god, what, like, you fucking started losing your mind in the dark?
Looks like a man, very thin, probably 6'5", like
Batman!
looks like a man, very thin, probably 6'5".
After letting these
like
simmer in
broken
the
nose,
salt
no
bath,
arms or legs,
we
it
can
moves so
start
smoothly.
making the
If it's totally pitch black, you can
Take a
clearly see
couple
it. It's
cocoa
blacker than black.
beans.
That's the thing that drops the temperature.
What are you planning
Yes,
for
the
future?
cocoa
Where
beans
do you see
need
yourself?
to be blended into the sauce with a little bit of vinegar. Gotta keep that fancy flavor.
Protect away from being homeless.
The
Every
next
tunnel
thing
has
we
its own
prepare
identity,
is the
depending on who
mayonnaise.
lives in it.
We
There's a lot
stir
of
fry
windows here.
this in a pan with Irish tofu. I'm not gonna lie,
Disgusting.
this is gonna taste like shit. But
Obviously,
here
There
you
was
are,
eyebrows thinking
anyway,
about that.
listening
I
to my
always
cooking
wonder how
instructions.
in
This is
certain
the
areas that
green
have such
tomato
high
paste.
costs of living,
We
how
gotta inject it
people
with a little
make it-
anesthesia to
make
make sure
ends
it doesn't
meet
revolt
that
against
have
us. It gets
regular
very
jobs,
angry once it
like,
knows we're
being
trying to cook
being
it.
a barista
After doing
in
that, we
Los
mix all
Angeles.
the ingredients together.
Like, do you
in a
live
tray.
outside of LA and then you
Inside
like commute in? Like, how do you make enough money even with roommates?
gasoline
How do you live in like
ramen.
New York City
This dish is
as just
extremely hard.
somebody that's, fucking, I guess, working 35, 40 hours a week at like a regular, 9 to 5. A lot of side hustles. That's why I'm thinking lots of roommates, lots of side hustles. You're kind of living on the outskirts of the city.
This
It's
dish
like
really soothes the
multiple
soul.
jobs, good budgeting. Yeah, it has
Almost
to
like
be.
a
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why
blend.
if you're somebody in New York City, you're living in a shoebox apartment that you're sharing with somebody with a shared bathroom. You're working a minimum wage job. You're not working 40 hours a week. You're working 70, to be able to fucking make enough money, and you're never even home. That's like, we watched one video about, this is just different New York City versus Vegas. It's probably very similar in Vegas, but it's like, we watched the one video about one of the smallest apartments in New York City, and the person they were interviewing was like, I just need somewhere to crash. They're never home. Because they're always working. If they ever have free time or money, they're not going to stay at their apartment. They're just going to go spend it elsewhere. So it's like, they're literally just paying fucking thousands of dollars a month to just fucking have somewhere to fall asleep for 8 hours and get back up.
The gasoline
You have contacts with your family? Somewhat. What do they think that you're doing right now? They don't ask.
Now that this is cooking.
What did you do before you came to these tunnels?
Before I was in this situation, I was a family man. 2 boys, 1 girl. They still live out here. My son just turned 17 last month.
When is the last time you see them?
10 years ago. What is it, bro?
He hasn't seen his son since he was 7.
First thing that happened to you in these tunnels. Somebody died right where we were standing last night.
Last night?
Last night. Oh. OD. Life is precious. Man short.
Nearly 7 out of